Oh, I'm recording. Hello. My previous video, I talked about doing mail calls. I've done another video of my, give me a second, I actually have it in my pocket, of the smock stick. Now, I've spoken of my vaping habit more than once, and I look at my vaping as a hobby or a habit, whichever you prefer to call it. And, so I'm going to take this opportunity while it's on my mind and while I'm recording right now, I'm going to show off gear. My previous video, I showed off the coils that I had gotten in just for that pen. And as I said, I bought them buy two, get one. Now, if you dig through eBay or Amazon, whichever you prefer, I don't know what Amazon has. I don't use Amazon. But if you dig around, if you dig deep enough and long enough, you can actually find some pretty decent deals. I honestly believe that someone in China doesn't know how to count, because I ordered a buy two, get one free of SSOCC and OCC. You can see on the packages. Some of them are OCC, some of them are SSOCC. Now, for those of you that are vape stupid and you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'll take a moment and explain. There is a very, very rapid way of identifying the two different types of coils. Find another package and open it up. Well, that one has an empty slot, so you can tell I've been using them. Got 3 empty slots. So let me flip that over. Okay. This is, it's covered up with the dealio. This is OCC, that stands for Organic Cotton Coil. OCC are square. They're square in shape. They have those threads on the bottom. Manufactured by KangerTech. SSOCC, stainless steel organic cotton coil. They're roughly the same size. They have the same threads on the bottom. However, instead of being square, they are round. What's the difference? Beyond the fact that some tanks take OCC and some tanks take SOCC, or SSOCC. The difference in the standard and the stainless steels burn hotter. They can't take as much wattage as an OCC. OCCs can take higher wattages without burning so hot that it burns your damn lips. For those of you that don't know what vaping is it's a metal coil or wire that's wrapped in cotton, and that wire will get really, really stinking hot from power from a battery, pretty much. And I'll use this to demonstrate. Within each vape battery, you have the outer edge, which is the threads where you screw the tank on. That's your ground. And then you have this little button down there in the middle that's going to be your positive or hot. It's like the two ends of a battery, of any battery. You have positive and negative ground. Now, most batteries have an open connection until they are attached to something. Tape player, remote control, calculator, whatever you put your battery in. These batteries work. They have a button on them. Once the 2 points are connected, it doesn't automatically give juice. Once the 2 points are connected, it's still an open connection until you push the button. You push the button, it closes connection, and that electricity through the coil gets it really, really hot. Vape fluid has a material in it called propylene glycol. Propylene glycol, when it gets hot, it is a vapor, similar to water steam, but thicker. It's like smoke and steam had a baby. So that's why some people can't handle vapes, because that's really all it is water vapor. You know, actual smoke. You're not getting carbon monoxide. So that's really all that vaping is, and the only difference between the coils, there are hundreds of thousands of coils out there. Some of them use stainless steel, some of them use zinc, some of them use nickel. There's probably a couple other metals that I'm not naming that go into RDA mods. RDA mods are the ones that most vapors use because they're cheaper in the long run, honestly. They're a little more maintenance, they're a little more, from what I can tell. I don't own an RDA. But an RDA, you will take a pre-selected length of wire. You'll get your little tuft of cotton. You'll take that wire, you'll wrap it around the cotton, and then you'll literally plug the wire, the contact posts. And usually you won't use something built like this. You could, but it's not really recommended. You would use something built like the bigger boxes that puts out like 100, 800 watts. I think this one only puts out about 40 watts. I think. I'd have to go back and read the manual. But once you close the connection and it puts out 150, 180, 200, 225, whatever your box puts out, that coil is going to get really, really hot. So for those of you that are vaping for the first time, if you start tasting a burnt kind of taste, that's because your cotton is burning and it's time to change the coil or time to put more juice in it, one of the two. It is a well-known fact that something wet will burn slower than something dry. If you have dry cotton in your coil, it's going to burn faster than wet cotton. I mean, just that's laws of physics. There's nothing we can do to change that. So keep fluid on your coils. They'll burn slower, but you're not actually burning anything. It's the heat from the metal that's rendering propylene glycol into a very thick vapor. Everything else mixed in. There's vegetable glycerin to kind of thicken it and make it more fluid, make it lower, so to speak. A little bit of flavoring, because let's face it, nobody wants to suck on water steam. So that's why you have spearmint, peppermint, bubblegum, different fruity and candy flavors, and a little bit of nicotine. 3% nicotine. 3% nicotine. You burn through 2 milliliters. That is the equivalent of half pack of cigarettes, I think. I don't know. I know that 2 milliliters of 8 gram, which is 1.8%. I know that 18 milligram at 2 milliliters, which is your typical EVOD style pen, is equivalent to a pack of cigarettes, or at least that's what they said. I haven't sat down and done the math. I haven't done the research and all that to find out how much nicotine is equivalent to what. I just know that between 18 and 20 milligrams is in one cigarette. So anyways, that was a little bit of education on the method and upkeep of vaping and vaping devices. I hope that I was able to teach you something. If I wasn't able to teach you something, maybe it was to confirm what you already thought you knew. So y'all comment, hit that subscribe button, let me know. Oh yeah, look at my videos on the video games, because I'm fixing to have my streaming device coming in where I can actually record my gameplay. So look, I'm going to be doing old school games to begin with, PS2 and probably Xbox. So I may dig out the controllers from my 64 and blow the dust off of them. So guys, look through my videos that show off my video games, because once I'm done with Big Red 1, Call of Duty 2, once I'm done with that one, I'm going to be moving on to something else. And if I have comments suggesting a game, then I'll do that game. However, if there's no comment, then I'm just going to, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So anyways, I'll catch you on the flip side.